we got a lot to get to, ladies. You ready?
Buckle up. Let's go. Buckle up.
Okay, buckle up, because boy, oh boy, there's a lot of backlash to Sydney Sweeney's new American Eagle campaign. It is called, quote, Sydney Sweeney Has Great Jeans, Jeans. But critics are saying it actually praises blonde hair, blue eyes, genetic traits that have been weaponized to uphold a racial hierarchy. But despite the criticism, the company's stock has actually gone up. And if you're online, there is a lot of critique for this ad. So I guess, I don't know if it's a question to start with. Is this a good or a bad business move?
Listen, you didn't ask if this was a well-orchestrated ad or if I liked it. You asked if it was a good or bad business move. And in my mind, it's a good business move. Numbers don't lie. American Eagle is not a social justice warrior. They're not a charity. They're a business. Their stocks have gone up 18%, and their CMO says Sweeney was their biggest get since the company started in 1977. So on paper, is this a good business move? It looks that way.
Interesting.
Oh, I say if you don't have blonde hair, you don't have blue eyes, which many of us don't, which I don't, that ad can actually ostracize you and alienate you. And if you think about beauty standards we tend to promote, that's typically the look. So are you saying to other people that your jeans are less than, not as good? I'll also say from the marketing standpoint, yes, it is smart for them because controversy sells, but I say don't give them your energy. Like, why are we even debating this? Why are we even having this conversation? It's like, this is what they want. They did this by design.
It's interesting. I think, is it a good business move? Is it bad? I think it's a risky business move. Yeah. And so here's the thing. When I first heard about this yesterday, I thought, okay, well, they're doing a play on jeans and jeans, fine. She does have good jeans. Like, she's a very attractive woman, right?
She's cute.
People say that and use that expression all the time. But then there's an actual, like, that's for the print. Then there's a commercial where apparently she has a VO where she kind of doubles down on that language. And it does reek of a little bit of eugenics talk, which is like that there's a superiority with her type of look. And that's where you get into that discomfort. And people on TikTok really picked up on that. And so they were saying, like, who was in this board meeting? And that's what I wonder. Like, in this day and age, did you not have anybody in your boardroom while you're discussing this idea who was like, you know what, this might not be the best move? Or is it that they were like, yes, this isn't a great move, business, and it's going to cause controversy, and
we're going to do it anyway.
We're going to do it anyway.
Or you never thought of a third option.
What is that?
What if the people in the boardroom said, yes, we want to do this, and we think it's a great idea?
But here's the question. That's where I go back to it was a gamble, because we know, we've talked on the show for ages about certain marketing campaigns. I think of Pepsi back in the day with Kendall Jenner, where she was coming out.
The protests.
Oh my God, it was horrible. And that, I think that I would imagine that their stock temporarily at least tanked. So this was a gamble. And I wonder also how Sydney Sweeney specifically feels about this. Outside of that, is her sort of star power going to be impacted by this or not?
She's going to be just fine.
She's going to be,
I think she's going to be just fine. Listen, we're living in an attention economy. Attention economy. What is the second word of that? Economy. Money. Where attention goes, money flows. This is a brilliant business move. It's a brilliant business move, even if we disagree with this sort of dog whistling with racial superiority. And of course that makes me uncomfortable, right? But we also might lean a certain way. What if, as I've been reading on sort of the more right-leaning websites, they are celebrating this ad?
Oh, that's
and you know why they are celebrating it? Not because they're just being outward with their racism, although some people are, and they're wrong and strong about it, but they said this is a critique. This is American Eagle critiquing woke marketing. So just as many people who are turned off, what if this actually turns a lot of people onto the brand?
Which I think was part of the strategy here, because I agree. I think I was talking to a friend last night who's an ad executive, and to be clear, I'm not a fan of this ad. I just think it's ended up being good business. So I said to her, how does something like this get through? Would they have known about the controversy this could have caused? And she said, absolutely. She said, in advertising, there's always a gut check, more formally known as a peer review. So if you have an idea in advertising, once you've come up with it, you then invite people in who are not at all affiliated with the campaign, who have diverse perspectives, whether age or race or sex, etc., to try to poke holes in it, right? To prevent any sort of critique that you don't want. So in my mind, you have to think there was at least one person in the room who looked at the jeans thing at this moment in time in America and thought, this could come up, but we want to lean into it.
Yeah. And they probably weren't black. I'm going to say this right now. They probably weren't black, okay? Because I think if you think about going back to the 1930s, 40s, Nazi Germany, there's this idea that the Aryan race was superior. So for me, when I saw that, it was really cringy. It was really cringy to have that. And so to me, if I think about my young daughter, I don't want you wearing these jeans. I don't want you wearing that. Why could someone, why her in particular? I get it, she's a big, famous star. But look at who you're elevating. Look at who would have they used that ad with a Sierra, with Beyonce, Zendaya? Exactly. I don't know that they would have used that ad or made that ad around them. Yes, it's clever play on words, but I also think, yes, money sells, but not everything should be about money.
Can we also, agreed. Completely, because this is a huge turnoff for me. Like, and the fact that it's called American Eagle as well, it just seems like very fitting, doesn't it? Like
Very MAGA, but
and
okay.
They apparently, okay, well, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, well, all I want to say is we're going to find out if Sydney Sweeney's jeans are made to last.
There we
To
go.
be continued.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.